gentlemen, let me get myself together. I don't have my tripod up today. Hey Tay, you came on at the beginning. Holla! Good morning, everybody. My name is Brittnee Smith of Girl on the Right. Be the girl on the right, and I'm so glad you guys tuned in this morning. We are back at it. Happy New Year. Happy New Year from Girl on the Right. I know that we haven't been on for a while. We haven't been on in a while, but we are back in full effect in 2016. This is your year. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the year to do it, guys. This is the year to be the girl on the right. And I know we've been hearing it, over and over again, and people saying this is your year, this is the time. But it really is the time to start doing and running and chasing after all that is in your heart to do, all that God has created you to do. So again, my name is Brittnee Ann Smith of Girl on the Right. Our website is www.BeTheGirlOnTheRight.com. BeTheGirlOnTheRight.com. I'm going to make a real song out of that. We're going to have a jingle. Check out the website. Follow me on Twitter at Brittnee Ann Smith. That's BRITTNEE Smith. And just make sure you guys get connected, because this movement, this train is about to leave the station, y'all. It's about to leave the station. Girl on the Right is a movement. We are dedicated to helping women and girls tap in to who they are by God's design, so that they can follow purpose, live in passion, and walk in prosperity. That is what we are here to do at Girl on the Right. So thank you so much for joining. This is the RightLife word of the day. We're going to get right into it because I don't want to keep you guys on for too long. But the RightLife word of the day is, drum roll. The RightLife word of the day for today is comparison. It is comparison. You guys tuning in right now, you are officially a part of the RightLife crew. That means that because you're watching, because you're tuned in, there's something specific that you're supposed to do. There are goals and dreams and visions that you're supposed to accomplish this year. And so the RightLife word of the day is going to help you. It's going to help you stay focused on what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So the word of the day today is comparison. OMG. For those of us that have gifts and talents, we know that we have gifts and talents. We know, hey Rhonda, we know that we have goals and things that we want to do. There's businesses that you want to start. There's books that you want to write. There are lives that you want to impact. There are speeches that you want to give. And one of the things that hinders us from doing those things is the enemy of comparison. All right. So I have 4 things about comparison that I want you guys to take note of today and to be reminded of throughout the day today. The first thing is comparison. It is the devil. Comparison is, it's poisonous. It is poisonous. When you are under the cloud of comparison, you look at life through a lens of, it's a poisonous lens. Okay. Everything that you look at is affected when you compare yourself, when you compare what it is that you're doing to other people. All right. It's a roadblock. It holds you back from moving forward. You look at other people and you see what they're doing and you're like, oh man, I wanted to do that. I want to do that. And I can't do it like them. And so we don't do it. Comparison is poisonous. It kills action. It kills your action. It stops you from moving forward, and it causes fear. It's poisonous and it causes fear. So that's the first thing. Comparison is poisonous. Not only is it poisonous, but it's contagious. Okay. A lot of times we're in our groups, our circle of friends, and we're all talking, and we start to compare ourselves, not just with each other, but we encourage it. We encourage comparison among our peers and among each other. And again, it just filters out. And then you start to talk comparison talk and you don't even realize it. All right. It becomes a part of who you are. So remember that it's poisonous and it's contagious. The second thing I want you to remember about comparison is that it's a lie. It is a lie. When you compare yourself to other people, you have to remember that you never have the full scope of the other side. You can never see the complete scope of the other side. You never can see the true colors or the true what that other person is going through. You never see the true process of the other side. So it doesn't make sense for us to compare ourselves with other, because we're lying to ourselves. All right, don't need that. We're lying to ourselves about what the reality is. We're comparing our inside to what we see on the outside of other people. All right. Exactly. You don't know what they did to get what it is that they have. The people that you see that are high up, like the Oprahs and like, like the Oprahs and the TD Jakes and the Bill Gates, all those people, they went through so much. There's much more failure that they went through. There's much more discouragement that they went through. There's much more criticism that they went through that you didn't see, that you don't know about. And so for you to compare yourself to, oh man, I only have $1 in my bank account and they're billionaires, you cannot compare yourself because you don't have the full scope of what's happening. So when you compare yourselves, you're living a lie. You're facilitating a lie. All right. So the next thing is, the first thing is that comparison is poisonous. The second thing is it's a lie because you never have the full view of the other side or who or what you're comparing yourself or your skills to. The third thing is that comparison is a recipe for self-sabotage. I'm going to say that again. Comparison is a recipe. It's a part of the recipe for self-sabotage. You allow people and other things that you see to prevent you from walking out your ideas, from carrying out your dreams. So you do things like, for example, if I know that I want to write a book and I see, everybody around me is starting to write books and they're finishing and the books are amazing. I'm comparing myself to one, my book is not even done yet. So I'm comparing my unfinished book to their finished book. And on top of that, you begin to do things that go in line with that lie. So, I see that their book is done, so I'm going to drag my feet in getting my own book done. I'm going to be so wrapped up in what they're doing that I'm not moving forward in my own vision and in my own goals. So you sabotage your own visions and your own dreams when you compare yourself to other people. You allow what you see over there to infiltrate your thoughts, infiltrate your mind, and it predicts or it makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do. All right. The other thing is comparison is the arch enemy of uniqueness. It's the arch enemy of uniqueness. When we compare ourselves, we lend ourselves to giving into conformity. All right. We lend ourselves to giving into conformity. So you have to remember that being the girl on the right, first of all, is all about authenticity. It's about being yourself and tapping into what you have uniquely. The gifts and talents that you have, nobody else has them. Nobody else has what you have. Nobody else has the style that you have. Nobody else, they might have ideas that are similar to what you have, but they will not execute them the same way that you will execute them. We are all different. We are all unique. We're all unique. So when you compare yourselves, you are not allowing yourself the freedom to be unique. You're not allowing yourself the freedom to be authentic when you compare yourself to other people. It's one thing to look at what somebody else is doing and admire that and maybe, say, look at what they're doing and see how you can adapt it into your own life. That's one thing. But comparison says, okay, which one is better? Is mine better or is theirs better? Or is theirs better? Or, what they're doing is so much greater than what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You cannot compare yourself with other people because we were not meant to be the same. We were not meant to be identical to one another. If we were meant to be identical to one another, there wouldn't be, we wouldn't all have different fingerprints. We wouldn't all have different DNA. We wouldn't all have different, different hair follicles. And we wouldn't all be different if we were supposed to be the same. So I need you to be reminded of that. And it's not even just borrowing it, but you're taking it and you're making it your own. Because like I said, you might write a book on purpose. And I'll write a book on purpose. The books will come out completely different. We might touch on the same ideas, but the way that I express my ideas on purpose are going to be completely different than the way that you express your ideas. That's why we have a whole bunch, like, for example, cars, for example. Every car dealer has, different classes of cars. Now, the cars run the same. They all need an engine. They all need tires. They all need windshields. They all need seat belts. They all have the same components, but they're executed differently. So you cannot allow comparison to halt you in your footsteps. You can't allow comparison to stop you on, no, I don't have any tips on that. There's no, you can't allow comparison to cause you to be paralyzed. So you know how people say we have analysis paralysis, where we overthink it and so it stops us from doing things? You can have comparison paralysis, where your comparison between yourself and other people will stop you from taking action and stop you from moving forward, because it breeds fear. It breeds fear. Comparison feeds that. What if mine doesn't come out like that? What if mine's, what if people don't receive me? What if people don't like my product? What if people don't read my book? What if people don't, support my business? All right. Comparison will cause you to think those thoughts. It will cause you to go down that rabbit trail of thoughts. So you can't allow comparison to do that to you. So recap, comparison is poisonous. It will infiltrate every area of your life. So say, for example, you're a business owner. If you start comparing yourself to other businesses, that will infiltrate into your finances. Then you'll start to compare your financial situation to the financial situation of the people around you. It'll cross over into your relationships. You'll start to compare say, for example, your marriage to other marriages. You're going to start to compare your best friend, your relationship with your best friend to the relationships that you see on TV. All right. Thank you. You'll allow it to creep into, your spiritual life. You'll start to compare where you are spiritually with other people and where they are spiritually, when you have no idea where they are spiritually. You know what I'm saying? So that leads into the second point, that comparison is a lie. You don't have the full scope of what it is or who it is you're comparing yourself to. So stop it. Cut it out. Cut it out. All right. The next thing is, it's a recipe for self-sabotage. Comparison is a dream killer. It is a dream killer. You will have this awesome dream, and then you'll see that somebody else is doing something similar, and then you won't do it because you're like, oh, it's already been done. But you have to remember at all times that you will not execute it the same way. All right. And the last thing is that that comparison is the arch enemy for uniqueness. All right, guys. So just keep those things in mind as you go throughout the day. Look at where you're comparing yourself to other people or other things in your life, and eliminate the comparison. All right. Compare yourself to yourself. Right? Because like I said, you are unique. You are called to be unique. Your business is unique. Your dreams are unique. Your giftings are unique. Your talents are unique. Nobody can kick a soccer ball like you can. Nobody can braid hair like you can. Nobody can make cookies like I can. Nobody can life coach like you can. Nobody can write books like you can. We were all created to be unique. And if you put your hand to the plow, you'll always get a different product than the person next to you. It might look alike, it might sound alike, but it will be different. And that's important because we all have a tribe of people that we've been called to impact. There are people that are going to eat my cookies and be like, oh my gosh, these are the best things on earth. I'm going to be a lifelong Bites of Light supporter. And somebody next door will bake the same type of cookie and they will be their supporters. They have people that are going to support their business. All right. So keep that in mind. There are people assigned to you. There are people assigned to your business. There are customers. Listen, there are 7 billion people in the world, and we all can get a piece of that pie. All right. There are customers out there for all of us. There are followers out there for all of us. There are people that are going to follow our ministries. There are people that are going to buy our product out there. Each and every one of us, there's people assigned to us. So you don't have to worry about comparing yourself to the next person, because what is for them is for them, and what is for you is for you. What is for you is for you. Okay, guys? You guys are really hungry on the scope right now. You guys need to eat some breakfast. Okay. If you are local to the New Jersey area, you feel free to reach out to log on to bitesoflight.com. I do also bake, and I have a business I do cookies and cupcakes and pies and things. So if sweets is what you're into, look at bitesoflight.com and place an order. Remember, guys, to log on to BeTheGirlOnTheRight.com. Check out who we are, what we do. It is a movement. We are taking off in 2016. You don't want to miss this train. Sign up for the mailing list. On Friday, this coming Friday, Right Night Live is going to be airing live at 8:30 p.m. We're going to be talking about vision killers and what kills our vision. That's going to be at 8:30 p.m. this Friday, Eastern Time. Tune in to Right Night Live. It's going to be crazy. Sign up for the mailing list. Thank you, Danita, for reposting. And yeah, just sign up, because listen, guys, this is your year to find out who you are, find out what you're passionate about so that you can chase after that thing, and also be prosperous and make money doing what it is that you've been called to do. Okay, guys? So thank you so much. I did it in 15 minutes, well, a little bit less than 15 minutes. Make sure you swipe to the right and follow Girl on the Right on Periscope. Make sure if you're just tuning in, yes, ma'am, make sure you're just tuning in, that you watch the replay. All right. This is also true. But listen, if weight loss is what you're going for, you don't have to cut out sugar completely. All things in moderation, y'all. All right. It's just that you can't have cookies be the main focus in your diet. All right. If you want to, if that is something that's a goal for you, like for me, healthy eating is a goal for me. So I might, say, what, I'm going to eat sweets once a week. All right. And that's it. And keep Saturdays are my sweet cheat days. All right, guys, everything in moderation, and you can reach the goals that you want to reach. All right, guys, so sign up for the mailing list. We're going to talk about goal setting. We're going to talk about strategies for reaching goals. We're going to talk about strategies for starting that organization or starting your business. And all of that. Okay, guys? So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the hearts. Give me the hearts all day, son. Like, we do hearts here. You guys are officially a part of the Right Life crew. So we'll be back here around the same time on Wednesday for the Right Life word of the day. And I will see you guys later. Thank you for tuning in.